Good morning. Welcome to training camp. Welcome to Portugal. Welcome to Tuesday. And if you are new here, hi, how's it going? My name is Nana Vegan and I am a rower. I'm from Denmark. I'm a 2024 Olympian and currently I am doing this whole Project 645, which is just me wanting to row a 645 2K while also doing all this like the actual outdoor rowing stuff. So we are on training camp in Portugal, and it is day what? I don't day many, I think. So I probably should have done this video like earlier because now I very much have like training camp brain, you know. Today we are going to row in the morning, obviously, and then we're going to lift in the afternoon, which is not what we do most days, but that's what we're going to do today. And so obviously I'm here without my videographer. This video is going to look very different from the others. But please bear with me and just, you know, maybe as you watch this, just pretend it's a YouTube video from 2006 or something. Because then it's actually going to look really impressive if you imagine it's 2006. All right, but so I think we're just going to do, I'm not really sure what the video is going to be yet, but it's probably just going to be like a little day in the life vlog kind of video. No competitions, no, like none of that, like it's been in my previous videos. Today will just be a day on training camp. All right, I think that's it. Let's get into it. All right, we're gonna go row. So what's so nice is that this hotel we're at, like the hotel is right there, and then we row right down there. You can literally just walk down there. It's so nice. This is also where we were staying leading up to the Olympics. So we were here for, what, 2.5 weeks or something like that. Then we went straight to Paris and we're there for obviously a couple of weeks. So it's actually really nice to be back here. Last year, all of our training camps were in Italy, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna go back to Italy on training camps for the rest of the year, just because of where competitions are and stuff. But right now we're here and it is so nice. And also we start practice at 8, which is such a luxury. Which also means I can sleep in until like 6 a.m. I can even get up like a little bit after 6, which is so nice. Because at home, I have to actually leave my apartment at 6 a.m. So it feels pretty nice. So we're gonna go row. Hopefully we'll get some nice flat water. It's been a little bit windy the last few days, so fingers crossed the water will be good this morning. Look at this. Looks like we got some nice flat water. I think the wind is going to pick up, so we're just gonna have to enjoy it while it lasts. Also, I just watched back the clip from right before, and so the first one, the mic was off, which is, that's my mistake. And the second one, I don't know, maybe the mic is just not very good when I'm walking around out here. So I don't know, we might just roll with just the audio as it is from the iPhone. It really is a 2006 vlog. Hello, welcome to the Post Rowing Debrief featuring my pair partner. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's Caroline, and I don't know if I should hold this or not.
Yes, hold
Okay. Or if this is like a professional interview and I'm just supposed to be like, yes.
And then that's all you answer. You're just like, yes, same.
Yes, that's how I felt.
You're good at interviews.
That's
Don't be like that.
that's how I do with the coach. He's like, "How do you feel?" And then I was like, "Oh, I felt this," and I'm like, "Same."
Okay, how was the rowing? Tell the internet about the rowing today.
I felt the rowing. We had two nice pieces with like the water. The water was flat, and then on the second one, I think the last 1,000 meters, we were doing these intervals where it was like up and rate every 2 minutes, and then it just got like a little bit windy on the last one, like on the last 1,000 meters on the second one, and then we started the third one and we were just thrown all over the place. And Nana and I are like, I think we're working great
Yeah,
in like flat water, but we're struggling a bit with like the wind. So we were like, oh, but the vibes were good. Maybe
vibes are good. Yeah, vibes are always good, and it's true. In flat water, we get like big girl rhythm, big girl watts. We're good in that, but then as soon as as soon as there's just a little bit of wind, a little bit of like strange water, then just bye. No.
yeah, we're working on it, but like it's not the best rowing ever in the wind.
That's a nice way to put it.
But we're working through it, and
Yes.
I think that's nice.
We're doing good work. Like even in the tough conditions, like it's good work.
And I'm just happy to be here and happy to be alive, and I'll shine. The grass does not care.
Yes, the grass does not care. The sun just keeps shining. Even though the grass doesn't care, the sun just keeps shining.
Yeah. And shout out Mathilde Thorsten.
Shout out Matilda Twist. Caroline just told me that you watch the videos. Major shout out to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to my mom.
Oh, and my mom.
Yeah, she also watches them.
My mom likes everything Nana posts. She comments on almost everything. And then I think Nana might have the most DMs from my mom.
And I appreciate every single one of them. I think I have like everyone's moms in my DM. Like everyone here, all the moms are in my DM.
So Nana and I went to the Olympics together, and during that time I didn't post much on like my socials. Nana posted, and my mom was like texting me all day, every day, like, why do I need to follow Nana to like see what you're doing, and why do I always see stuff from Nana and you're not telling me, and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh.
I keep everyone's moms updated.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. So that was a row. Should I take this? That was the morning row. We do have to cool down a few more kilometers, but like we went in because the water was. So we're just gonna erg the last like 3K or something, and that's it. That's it for the morning session. Okay, bye. All right. I am showered. I've been in my compression boots a little bit. And so now I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to do some work. And you know what? Maybe let's go over my whole work situation because that is for sure one of the more frequent questions I get. And like not just on social media, like in real life as well. Okay, let me put this on. Okay, so I used to be a nurse. Started working as a nurse in when did I finish nursing school? That was in January 2019. So then I worked at a neuro intensive care unit. Loved it. Like such an interesting space to be in. Just wild things to be dealing with. But I was doing Olympic weightlifting at the time. I was part of the national team. And to be honest, being a nurse is kind of an extreme sport in itself. So doing that and doing elite level sports full time, that was just, for me, that was just not feasible. So one day on my way to work, I just like in my mind, I was like, I need to quit today. And then I went in and I quit. Just knew that was not right for me. So I did that, and then I kept working as a nurse, but in kind of a different way. So a way where I could choose where and when and how much. I could then work only the hours I needed to be able to, pay my bills and stay alive, and then just free up time for myself. So I did that for a couple of years, and then randomly another nurse actually told me about this master's degree, and where she was like, this is for you. And I was like, absolutely not. I do not want to be studying anymore. And then she told me about it, and I was like, okay, yes, that is very much for me. So then I started on my master's degree. This was in end of 2021, and I actually just finished that in this January. So it ended up taking me 4.5 years, but it's okay. It was I had a little Olympics and everything on the way. Beginning, I was still picking up shifts here and there as a nurse, and then slowly, as I started to get a little bit of an income from rowing and from doing talks, like corporate talks, and like paid partnerships, like a little bit here and there, like I slowly could stop picking up shifts as a nurse, and then spend more time just on my business and on rowing. I was also coaching weightlifting like a couple of hours a week during this whole time, so I did that too. And then I had set myself up to be able to just row, like starting this year, to just row. And then right before Christmas last year, so in December, we got a call that, oh, by the way, there will be no personal funding in 2026. So there is personal funding for like very few spots that were already decided, like who they would go to. So basically there was no way to be able to get in on that. And so that meant that this whole setup I had ready for myself was now, it was just too, like things were just too insecure, like even for me. And let me tell you, I have definitely lived where sometimes you really gotta just hang on and just trust the process, and it's always worked out. But this would just be a little bit too insecure for me. And then so the timing was perfect for this. So Fix Your Sports Clinic, where I've been going there since 2017, I think. I was a client for a few years, and then I became an ambassador for the place. So like I know the place so well. No, but so it all just lined up so perfectly that they were in need of a new SOMI manager starting this year. And I was like, hold up, I finished my master's degree in January. So then I actually will have, time to do that. And then, so like that just worked out so perfectly. So that kind of gets me to, that's what I'm doing right now. So part-time, I work as a SOMI manager for Fix Your Sports Clinic, which is so perfect. It's like, I know the business, know the brand so well. And I love, obviously, I love making silly little videos. So basically, that is what I do now, and it's actually super nice. I have stopped coaching weightlifting. I definitely think I still would want to do like workshop, both rowing and weightlifting probably. I definitely think I would still want to do that. But yeah, so anyways, I'm sorry, that was actually a much longer ramble than I planned it to be. That's okay, now we got the whole story. So anyways, now we're gonna go upstairs and find a good place to work. Gonna make a little coffee, and then I'm gonna work until it's time for lunch.
We did it for my iPhone 5. Yeah, baby, you hit me up all night. See, lately I've been quite alright. If you with me, better ride or die. Cause girl, you drive me crazy. Love me, then you fuck me like you hate me. Put my ass to sleep, you like a daydream. What doesn't kill me really, man.
Also, I feel like even though that ramble was so long, I still forgot to tell you what my master's degree even is. So it's in, it's like health and sports, I guess, but specialized in talent development in elite sports. So basically, it's a master's degree in how to make good athletes, and like specifically how do we make good environments that's going to create good athletes. It's kind of cool.
I used to mix drinks, now I mix vocals. Used to skip roll calls, now they want my photos down. I wish I could do it again, but then I won't be who I am. And I really love who I am. I used to skip out on exams, now I write hits with my pen. I used to play streets for a 10, now I get booked for a 10 for my iPhone.
I moved my office outside because I'm more or less done working on my laptop, and we all know that the idea of working like outside on your computer is just so much better than actually doing it. Now what I have left for today, I can all do from my phone. And then at some point, I will probably also close my eyes for a little bit. Let me show you how it's going to work. I don't know if you can see it from here, but we're just gonna try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these pillows and I'm going to lie down. I'm gonna try and do this. I don't know if that works. I'm gonna lie down and let me turn this. I'm gonna put one arm here. I'm gonna put these on. Put one arm here, one arm here. I'm gonna put my leg like this, and I'm gonna close my eyes. Just like that. But that's gonna be a little bit later because I still have to finish some work. Also, this is the current view from my office. Not too bad. Hi, how's it going? It's me again, obviously. So I am about to go and erg a little bit. We have a 15K row, which is going to be erg because the water is not great. The wind is, like it was at the end of the session this morning, so really shitty. So I'm gonna erg 15K, and then we're gonna go lift afterwards. Also, okay, so I feel like I messed up. So yesterday I asked on my Instagram, hey, I'm gonna, do a YouTube video, what would you like to see? And definitely the most requested thing was food. And so far, I have filmed exactly no food at all today. I apologize, but I think you're just not gonna get in this video. I'm sorry. We'll have to do that some other time. Today is just going to be training. I'm gonna go erg and then go lift, and okay, let me show you, it's so nice. So let me switch hands a little bit. Okay, so right behind that tree is the room where we erg. Our hotel is right behind that tree, and then that building right there is where we go lift. So everything is super conveniently, nicely together, and also so like right behind where the building will be erg, there's like a little hill after that. Like you walk down that, and then you're at the lake, like at the boats. It's incredible. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me now because it's super windy, but we're just rolling with it. Okay, I'm gonna go erg. done with lifting. So I didn't film the whole training because it's kind of a hassle to set up the phone. That's the thing with not having a videographer here and like filming yourself. I don't know, that's just kind of a hassle, but I did film a little bit of it. Now just shower, dinner, probably go see our physio. We have a physio down here for the whole trip. Can I put my phone here, do we think? This is gonna fall. Maybe it's okay. Here we go. Super lightweights today. Did some 1.5 squats that are just always good because it's, you know, less external load, but a little bit more time and attention because it is, you do have that extra little half squat in there. So yeah, it's always nice to lift. You know what, actually, so if you're watching this and you're a young rower, actually if you're a young, any sport and any age, if you're a person who likes to do sports watching this, my best advice would be go to an Olympic weightlifting club. Wait, hang on. Okay, let me see if I can put this one back. It might fall again. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna hold it. So, okay, so no, if you are doing any sport, any age, my biggest advice would be find your local weightlifting club. Go down there, tell them, hi, I'd like to come once or twice a week and learn how to properly do Olympic weightlifting. I promise you, no matter what sport you do, it will benefit you so much to actually learn how to do Olympic weightlifting. So that is my advice of the day. Now I'm gonna go shower and get to dinner. Okay, so I just realized I did not at any point in this video update on Project 645, which is what this whole series is about. So let's quickly do that before I shower. 645 is very much still on. I, you know, had some challenges in the beginning of the year that kind of put the project a little bit on hold. I'm not going to elaborate anymore on this, but I have definitely come out on the other side much better than I thought, actually. We had a test week recently where, I mean, my numbers were definitely not great. But again, they were also better than I would have expected. So project is definitely still on. And when will I have kind of a chance to go for it? Actually, I don't really know at this point, because now the outdoor season has started, obviously, and that is the main priority. I am hoping to be like in the best shape around June. That would be ideal, so that's kind of what I'm striving for, but I'm not entirely sure when we'll be doing tests and stuff. So just to let you know, definitely still on, and I'm definitely going to be doing updates as I can on it, and you can follow, you know, on my Instagram story, all that, because there I do still post about you know, artwork and stuff. So Project 645 definitely still on, and I definitely still think it's going to happen. Okay, welcome to this very scenic, very beautiful sunset that we have here at the pool. Okay, so I think that is going to be all for this video. Don't worry, the cool videos from my videographer will be back. I definitely expect them to be back. But for now, let's see how this goes, you know? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay, I think that's all. Bye!